Hi, everyone, and welcome to the TLC Lunch and Learn. Thank you for attending. We are recording this, so if you want to take a look at it later, but what we want to do is just really short and quick, uh, featuring certain parts of the product. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to actually talk about the TLC LS2 pack. So one of the things that I want to mention, though, before we even get going, is first, I'm Tami Solum. I am a sales consultant with the Library Corporation. I am going to be showing you 5.8 today, which is soon to be released. So we're very excited about that. And I'm really focusing on schools. So we work with libraries of all types, but today's more specific to schools. And one thing that I've worked with school districts for over 30 years, and every school district is a little bit unique. There could be some districts that have librarians in every school. Some may have a combination of librarians and paras or aides, or sometimes even it's a parent volunteer just so that they can have the library open. And so you need to have a system that can be configured for all those different scenarios. And you want something that is easy to use. And I'll probably be saying easy to use multiple times because to me, that's a key factor for success for school library systems. So, with that, a little bit about what you're seeing on the screen. TLC is very intentional in the development. And again, we want something that's going to be easy, that is very streamlined. You want your users, your patrons, your students, and your teachers to be able to find the content that they want. You want them to find the books and to read as many books as possible. That's success for the library, is having that high circulation statistic. Uh, so some of the things that we have done, especially with 5.8 coming out, is the WCAG compliance. So what is WCAG compliance? That's making sure that we're up for the ADA compliance and everything is ready to go there. But it also helps kind of streamline things. And the system is mobile adaptive. So to whatever device you're using, it will adapt to the screen. Also, not just easy for your users, your students and your teachers, but also easy for librarians to configure. So some of the things we're going to talk about is ways that you can customize the system, and that needs to be something that's easy to do because librarians don't have time to be changing things. They need to be working with the kids and working with teachers. So I'm going to show you just little bits, like I said, basically teasers. If you want more in depth, let us know. We are always happy to share more information with you. So let's get into the system. So first off, I just want to talk a little bit about what we offer in 5.8. So as you see here, I have Bayside High School with some blues. Well, one of the things that we are doing is we're giving customers more ability to do branding and customizing in regards to logos and colors and things like that. So you can see that school versus, oh, and I have two. Here's another shade, more purple, et cetera. So you can make changes in that respect. You can see the different logos. Here's the actual school. I have Read, Learn, Explore. We have the different links on top, things like that. So let's take a look. I'm going to log in. And I'm logging in with the permissions to make changes. So here you can see the branding. This is all our different logos that we've used. I can add my logo. So here I could add a logo for my specific school. So you can see that, but also easily, where do I want my next to the logo, the header below it? And notice it will show me right there. I can see exactly how that's going to look. I can make whatever change I want. Here's the name that I have, Bayside High School, alternate logo, but then also colors. So my primary color, there's my secondary color here. So you can make changes. I can do more neutral. If I want to make changes, I can just easily come in and make whatever changes I want to the colors. So now you have that ability to make changes to the colors. You can do more with your logos. You could do logos before, but it was a little bit different to me. This is a little bit easier. And then I can apply my branding and boom, there I am. I'll just click up here and I'm going to have those changes. So what are some of the other things that you can do for customizing? Some of the other things that you are able to do is making changes to the different carousels. And it kind of looks different with 5.8 versus our previous versions as far as how these different carousels look, but it works the same way. So scene of the crime, sweet reads, etc. You can see the different ones. And again, I can go to another campus and you can see, so campus to campus, different schools can have different carousels. And you can easily change that. And I'll show you how the carousels can be set up. You can set it up to a search term. So it's dynamic. If I add new books and it matches to my search term, those new books will come into that. Or you can create a list so that I want this list of specific titles. I can put that together and create that carousel, and carousels can be switched out. So I could have things for different times of year, like the holidays, Black History Month. It could change for depending on curriculum things that you're working on within the school. Also, you can customize up on top here. You can see there's links. So you can change, each school has the capability to have whatever links that they want to. I can set up so that a campus is searching just that campus. So for like an elementary school, I only want the elementary school, Bluebonnet Elementary School, to have access to just their books. They're not going to be able to search the district. However, by clicking up here, it will take me to another PAC interface. So at that point, I would be able to search and find out everything that's in the district from one search. Maybe you don't want that. I have a link to my kids catalog, my Sora digital collection, students resources, your school homepage, whatever you want. Again, you can customize that, and that is a site-based customization. So let's see, let's look at, one other thing I want to mention is also the languages. So something that can be done out of the box is French, English, obviously, and Spanish. So those are going to be automatic, but we do have the capability of doing some additional translations, as you can see here, using a Google translation. So that's something, if a district is interested, they can let us know, and we're always happy to work with you to get if we can help you get some different languages loaded. All right, so we have the different carousels. Let's actually go in right from here. I can select a book. So I can look at the information come in from my MARC record. We also integrate nicely with teaching books. So a click of the button, it will actually authenticate me if I'm logged in and bring me, and this is all going to depend on how you have it configured. So it can take me to that content if I so wish. Also, again, here I can see my copy information, reviews. So in addition to the book jacket, you're going to get a lot more content. So I have reviews, professional reviews. You can allow borrowers to review if you so wish. Here you can see I have more reviews than what it showed originally. And then I can see related information. So like I said, in addition to the book jacket, you're getting a lot more content that enhances your MARC records, which is very nice. So here you can see there's the different series, similar titles, similar authors, series, etc. I'm just going to kind of scroll through here so you can see just an example of some of the additional content that comes through from this the synthetic solutions that we've partnered with. So there you can see additional information. Let's go back up and more information. So you're even getting more, and there you can see awards about the author, etc. So really nice function or feature that is part of the pack. All right, let's go back. And I am going to do a search. Let's just do a search. Actually, I'm going to log out as the admin for a second. Let me log in as the student. Let's see, I want for. Okay, So here you can see the student has logged in. And so you can see right away that she has some loans. So she has some books checked out right away. It shows that she's overdue, which it highlighted right away. That was what the highlight meant, is that there was one overdue item, as you can see. And now the student can actually do a search. So let's come in and do. Now notice on the side, and sorry, I am starting to slow down as the day progresses, and we've been having some storms here. Notice all the different options as far as how I can start limiting my searches. So, and these can be changed as well. So another thing that can be customized. So if maybe you're a genre library and you want genre is more important, you can have that moved up. I can limit by ebook. Maybe I just want to look at my ebooks. We integrate nicely um, with Sora and with the Mac and Via ebooks. If I don't want ebooks, I can remove that. So I'm not filtering by that. I can come in here, look at a specific title. So notice here how I can look, there's my title. We have the option to browse the virtual shelf. So I'm going to just quick go, oops, sorry, browse my virtual shelf. I'm going to close this one quick. Sorry, I'm clicking and not waiting patiently. Oops. I think I did that by whatever, but yeah. Anyway, it would go to the virtual shelf. So it shows what would be on the shelf if I was to walk and try to find that book. So it's going to show all the other books that would be on the shelf in call number order. So I can see that information easily. And also, I can come in here, and this is something that's a little more unique, I believe, at least to what LS2 Pack offers. It's something called tags. So if you haven't ever used LS2, uh, the pack, you can see I can do a search. The student can do a search on Ms. Solum, and maybe I don't remember what else she told me. Why didn't that come up? Hang on. Well, I'm not sure why that is not coming up. Let me log out. One more time, and maybe I put it into a different pack. I must have. One of the things that you can do if you have the permissions, and it is a permissions thing. Let me go back to my admin. And do a search. I can find a book. And again, depending on the permissions that you have, but you can come in and set a tag. So this is great for like a teacher or the librarian. But if you have a book, and I like to think of it as different curriculum topics, if you have a book that a teacher wants to be using or wants their students to be able to easily find, I can come in here and add a tag. This is going to be outside of what is in the MARC record. So that's why I say it could be for a teacher. So Ms. Solom's Minnesota class, I can add this, and I can add it to however many different um, books that I want to. It could be for any reason, though. It could be maybe there's books that you have something local that you want to be able to um, highlight. You could add that. Let's just see. So there's the one that I just tagged. So you're not limited to, you can have multiple tags on there as well. So notice here, I can add another tag. So multiple teachers could be using that book and adding the tags in there. And then as the admin, I can come in and I can manage the different tags that have been added on to the different titles. So to me, I like the tags because it's just, like I said, It's something that you can add to this title that is separate from the MARC record. So if there's something, a reason why you want to be able to flag this for whatever reason, you're able to do that with the tags that you can add. All right. One other thing that I want to show, and let's come in here and log out again, is this is something that's unique and not every district needs it. I came from Minnesota, moved to Texas. This is something that we worked with some of our Texas customers and added, but we added something called guardian engagement. And the reason we added it is because our customers actually needed something that gave guardians more functionality. And I'm not going to show everything on here, but the way this works is guardians, parents, guardians have to be added through this your student information system so that it aligns them to their kids. So I have two kids, Joseph and Mariah, from the student information system. That association is automatically made. As a librarian, they are not allowed to add the guardian information. It has to come from the student information system. But once it is in there, you can see I'm logged in as a guardian and I'm going to do a search. I don't want my child to find any books on sex. It's just something that I feel like she's immature and I want to have that conversation, but she is starting to get a little more curious. So I can come in here and I can add whichever books that I want to and create a list. Notice here, I can say add to the list and I'm going to add it to Simone's list. What this will do is when Simone tries to place a hold on this item or check it out, it's going to block the librarian from checking it out. It's going to block Simone from actually even placing a hold. And so she's not going to be able to check out any of the items that I, as a parent or guardian, put onto that list. So that is something that not every district needs it or wants it, but it is an option if the district chooses to turn it on. So that's some of the newer things that we've had here in the pack. Another nice option that TLC has is the LS Kids, which is nice for emerging readers. What also I like about this is that this is configured for you. I mentioned this before. Librarians don't have time to be setting things up and making links to everything, et cetera. So TLC does the work for you. So when there's new series or chapters, it will automatically find that. So I can search on a Clifford book right away. A student is going to see whether this book is in or out, that it is a book. So you have series and chapters and you have categories. So again, a student can come in, I want dinosaurs, and right away they'll see in and out, or they can do a search. If I spell it wrong, we have Scout down in the corner and he's saying, I didn't find dinosaur, but here, were you looking for dinosaurs? Yes, I was. And right away it does that search. And there you can see in versus out, different formats, you would see it. And I can come in here. So you can see how it looks different. It's a little bit easier of a layout for the younger students. Notice how if a student wanted to place a hold, sometimes they don't understand what a hold is, but they do know that I want this. So a click of the button is going to place the hold for them. I can see the copies, my reading levels, details, etc. All that information that they can see easily. So Kids Pack is automatically included. It's set up for you so that you don't have to do any type of work. It's just easy for those younger readers. Click of the button, find the book, and read about it. So anyway, that is our short and sweet. Let's come back in here. So does anybody have any questions?
No, it doesn't look like any questions have come in, Tami.
Okay. All right. And we do have some future webinars that are coming. So you can register for that. Look on our website under webinars and it will list what's coming down the pike. And also, If you are interested, let us know. Like I said, this is just a short and sweet little teaser so you can see some of the new things or some of the things that we have to offer. But if you're interested in purchasing, we also are available to be purchased through some of these cooperatives. So it makes it a lot easier that you don't have to go through an RFP. But please give us a call if you're interested in further demo and more information on the product. Ash, anything to add?
No, that was great. This today's Lunch and Learn will be available on TLC's website, tlcdelivers.com/webinar, starting tomorrow. And if you do have any other questions, please feel free to email at sales@tlcdelivers.com.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.